Your Call Football puts you in control of a live pro football game. Call the plays on the field and climb the leaderboard to compete for weekly cash prizes all right from your phone. Prove your genius by picking the plays you want to run while outsmarting the defense and keeping up with our coaches.
I select a bundle of plays based on the situation. It goes to the fans. They pick the play they want. It comes back to me. I shoot into the quarterback. He tells the offense runs the play, hopefully successfully.
Earn points for positive plays, lose points for negative plays. You even get a coach pick bonus when your pick matches theirs. Did the majority not pick what you called? If the play's a bust, you went against the grain, and you'll get a bonus pick for that too. Your Call Football is a game of skill both on and off the field. Compete against your friends in one-on-one, head-to-head matchups, or wager your coin stash against your closest friends and family play callers in a league challenge. The keys to victory are in your hands. It's all about what you will call in game situations. 3rd and 2 and you're down by a score? Are you going to run, pass, or prove you're a genius with a play-action pass? What do you think the majority will call? What do you think your friends will call? Real football meets fantasy in this high-stakes play-calling competition, with real cash prizes awarded to the players with the top scores and most coins. This is the future of football, ladies and gentlemen. Shorter games, faster pace, and the fans call the shots. The season kicks off with live games streaming tonight. Don't just watch football. No, no, no. Control the action. Find Your Call Football in the Google Play and App Store.
You can't win if you don't play.
So get in the game today.
Download the official Your Call Football app today. One of the best advice that I could give was advice given to me by Brett Favre, and that is get the play in early. You know, let's not have a delayed game. Let's get the play in, trust your instincts, and go with it.
We are back here for the final game of this 3-game series of Your Call Football at historic Dodger Town. This is the last chance to accept leagues. The game is starting. It is Power versus Grit. Power looking to go 3-0 in this series. And why'd they go 2-0? Because the play of quarterback Brian Bennett last week. This was an 8-yard quarterback draw. He was the star of the game as Power won 20-0. So the leaderboard entering this 3rd and final game of the series, Bob Iva has a commanding lead at the moment with 420.4 points. $10,000 is at stake. Justin Kutcher alongside Jabari Greer. Jen Hale is down on the field for us. Jabari, last week I think you and I saw the dynamics of this Your Call Football because the score was 20-0. It looked like the game was out of hand. But the final play, what seemed to be meaningless, turned out to be big.
Yeah, so the game was out of hand at the end of the 3rd quarter, but at the leaderboard, we saw that Ryan T was winning for a while, and then it turned out at the last play, B. Thompson 41 overtook him with the coach's pick, so strategy came into play, and you should have seen us up here in the booth when we saw that Brian Thompson 41 overtook him. We would bust out in elation. It was great to experience that, even though the game was out of hand.
That's right, because he won $5,000 for that last play as opposed to winning $2,500. Speaking of the overall, $10,000 is at stake. The leader of this right now, we just saw his name, Bob Ivy. We spoke to him moments ago.
The way I'm explaining it to my friends is it's kind of the best app out there. It's like HQ, but with Madden, it's just the best thing that's available in the App Store. The first game, it was really heartbreaking because it came down to the last like 4 plays, and with that wide receiver switch and the wide receiver throwing the ball and the pick that almost went for a touchdown that could have put me into the lead, it was just all so crazy. So it's nice that even though I was out of the big money, I'm in the big money for the final game.
He mentions the big money. This is big money indeed. $10,000 for the overall, but there is money for this game as well. $5,000 for the overall game for the winner. $1,000 handed out at halftime. Also, don't forget about those coins. For first place, $500, $100 all the way down to 5th place. And let's check in with Jen Hale.
Justin, you and Jabari were talking about Brian Bennett. We have the starting quarterbacks of both teams. Start with you. You really hurt the competition with your legs last week, running in several touchdowns. How do you get the aerial attack going tonight, provided the weather holds up?
Yeah, I think we just got to call a balanced game, you know, get our run game going, where you see those play actions in there, some stuff off of our run game that could hit in the pass game if we set it up, and then just as well as our drop back pass, you know, you see some curls and curl flat, and then throw a double move off it. So just trying to set things up as we go.
All right, and thank you so much. Katie Humphrey, starting quarterback for Team Grit. All right, your team does not want to get swept in this opening series. What can the fans do to help get this offense going and get y'all in a good rhythm?
Good luck. We can just, you know, like Brian said, you know, same thing here. You know, we have some great backs. You know, want to get them involved early and often, and you know, just through the air. If you see us rolling out wide, you know, keep calling it. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
You like the aggressive play calling?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Best of luck, Katie. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All the inside scoop, guys. Let's send it back up to you in the booth.
All right, thanks, Jen. Well, Mike Sherman is the head coach of Team Grit, looking to get his first win of this 3-game series. And this game does matter to these guys, so much so that Merrill Hodge, the head coach of Team Power, has gone full suit. And yes, he even has the famous Merrill Hodge knot in the tie.
That's a nice knot he has right there. And when you see a coach dressed like that, you know he is coming to work.
Well, Power won the toss. They will start at the 35. Brian Bennett is the starting quarterback with Divine Redding in the backfield here on first down. It's the handoff to Redding, tries to bounce it out. And we've got a flag, one of the few flags we've had really in these 3 games.
Yeah, that's going to be holding right there on the offensive line, number 50, but Tobias Hughley. But we saw something that we've always saw before, Justin. The way that Divine Redding can bounce that thing outside, he very rarely gets tackled by the first competitor.
We're going to set the clock to 11 minutes and 53 seconds. This was, as you mentioned, against Team Power.
It's not good. They're calling it tougher tonight.
Daniel Gautreau is our referee for the game.
And Gautreau, you know, living down in New Orleans, I hear a lot of those names right there, Gautreau, and, you know, make me feel like I'm back at home.
All right, the plays are in. Brian Bennett has the call. And the fans have voted for Harry 2 on first down and 20. Bennett, he completes that pass to Jordan Reed, picks up 11 yards, so now sets up second down and 9.
And this is what Merrill Hodges wants. He wants to set up that Harry 2, the curl flat combination. Sometimes they call it a hank because they see zone coverage on first and second down. They want the easy completions, moving the football, getting Brian Bennett in a rhythm, get him started so he can run the football later.
So second down and 9. That's a good play right there on first down to get 11 yards on first and 20 to set up, really to open up your playbook.
I mean, that's better for the fans, accumulating those points as well. You know, so it's great for them to have the type of momentum early in the game, but this is all about the points, baby.
On second and 9, Bennett to pass again, and once again it's to Reed, who crosses midfield and is brought down at the 47, picks up 17. Yalwyn Smallwood with the tackle.
And Justin, we didn't know what we're going to see out of Jordan Reed. He was injured throughout the week, and it seems as if this is a guy that's coming with something ready to prove. So I think Jordan Reed has been someone we've always talked about, and we see the way they want to establish the throwing consistency early in the game. Brian Bennett looks like he's getting comfortable in that pocket.
And we've seen Merrill Hodge be very active on social media trying to talk to his players, not the players on the field, but the gamers.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about Harry 1, Harry 2.
He said
setting up Harry 3.
He wants to set up that Harry 3, and he says these Jack O'Rees, these red pops, they want to get that going as well.
It's a handoff here to Redding. Good run up the middle for Divine Redding, up to the 40-yard line. He gets 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Aaron Adoye with a tackle.
So this is what we see in Divine Redding all the time. Somebody who rarely goes down in the very first contact, can see, has the vision to get it upfield. Divine Redding from Glenville High School, the storied Glenville High School, is going to be somebody that you want to run early and often this game.
Divine Redding last week, 10 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown. 2nd down and 3. The playbook is wide open right now. And the fans have gone with Gillo. It's the read option. They hand off to Redding, and Redding, he's got the 1st down as he goes outside and is run out of bounds at the 33-yard line, gets 7 yards.
That was a great block by Mitchell Bell, the offensive lineman. You see the way that he drove the defensive lineman back. It was a great block by Bell. He drove the lineman back, gave Divine Redding some space off the edge, and it was all Divine Redding from right there. You give that man a yard, he's going to take about 2 or 3 of them.
1st down and 10 from the 33 coming up here for Team Power. A good opening drive as they're trying to go 3-0. They also won the scrimmage that we broadcasted. So Merrill Hodge said, actually, our guys are looking at it as going 4-0. Bennett. Pass again to Reed, and Reed makes the catch as he picks up 8, 2nd down and 2.
Oh,
Divine Redding, yep, last week had a good game. We mentioned it.
We talk about Divine Redding. This guy can run between the tackles. He has great vision, and he has some speed off the edge. This is a guy that very rarely goes down by first contact. He has what we call yak, Justin. Young run after contact. That's rack, actually. This guy can make it happen. He will. Don't be surprised if you see Divine Redding in an NFL jersey sometime soon.
2nd down and 2. 7:41 to go. The fans have called for the red pop. It's Redding again. Look at him just dancing around. And Divine Redding has another 1st down.
So that was one of the most impressive 2-yard gains that I've seen in a long time, Justin. This guy keeps his eyes downfield, very rarely gets tackled by the first competitor. It was a great tackle by B.T. Sanders, but that was after he made about 3 guys look kind of silly. He's hard to tackle, man. I mean, I don't know. You know, I always think I'm a
pop looky on this, or Black Jill. That's our 3-0.
Trio right, Y return, show red pop looky. Trio right, Y return, show red pop looky.
All right.
That wasn't what Merrill Hodge was hoping for right there. You can tell by, all right, he was hoping for the jerk.
You know, Merrill Hodge has this great thing where he's talking to the camera, but we know exactly who he's talking to. He's talking to you, the fans. He wants you to understand what he's thinking right now.
Bennett gonna try to run, not much room. And there to tackle him is Adoye again. It's gonna be a loss of 2 on the play. So if you went against the grain right there, you just got some extra points.
So that was good defense. He had Dan Smith open on the quick slant in the middle, but he just didn't have the protection to be able to keep his eyes downfield. Brian Bennett is gonna have to bounce back because he's gotten into an effective rhythm earlier in the game. He can't take too many more hits like that.
2nd down and 12. Brian Bennett last week ran the ball 11 times for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. He threw the ball 16 times, completed 8 of them for 130 yards. It's the 8th play of the drive coming up. Bennett pumps, comes near side for Wes Sexton. And Sexton gets tackled by B.T. Sanders, a pickup of 3, so now 3rd and 9 coming up.
So we see this Harry 2 right here. They get the curl flat combination. It was a great catch by Wes Sexton being the security blanket. And this is 3rd and 9. So they are going to be playing man-to-man technique. And they may be off. You might want to see some of these Harry 3s, red pops. But for the defense to be playing man-to-man, you have to be able to get some man beaters. I wish that Merrill would have put some crosses in there, some type of slants or anything in there. So I think he might just want to get a couple of yards and then see exactly what his defense can do.
Well, the fans have called for Harry 3. That's what Merrill Hodge wanted here. He says this is a touchdown type play. Bennett dancing around. He's going to run with the ball now. Bennett to the end zone. Touchdown. He said it's a touchdown automatically.
T2.
22 yards running for that one is Brian Bennett.
And this is the threat that he poses. Even though they're running a double move, he is as much of a threat running the football as he is throwing the football. This is a guy that has learned a lot from Marcus Mariota. We've seen his face so many times because he's made so many plays on Your Call Football. He is a threat whether he's throwing the ball or running the football. Fans, no matter who you are, what you choose, Brian Bennett can give you some points when you get him in the opportunity.
Who we got next, Coach? Yeah, we're all right.
All right, so you have to go for a 2-point conversion.
Snag egg fade with the man-to-man technique right here. Touchdown.
Lobbing it in, looking for Jordan Reed. It's incomplete. There on the coverage was Will Hines. So no 2-point conversion, 6-0 Power leading here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Brian Bennett wish he could have put that on the outside a little bit. So what you want to do is put this on the back shoulder. You don't want to lead him right there because the defensive back is turning inward, looking over his shoulder. You want to make sure that you put that in position the defensive back can't have.
Let's go down to Jen Hale, who is joined by the well-dressed Merrill Hodge.
Indeed, Justin, I think the power of the tie is worse so far tonight. And Matt, fans.
A job of the rhythm of the way they called runs. They got to the Harry plays like we asked them to do. They manned up on us on the touchdown. If they're going to do that, then our quarterback has the option to run, and I don't think they calculated for that. So the fans did a great job on that drive. They did a lot of the things we were hoping they would do.
Best of luck the rest of the game, Coach. Thanks for your time.
You betcha. Thank you.
Justin.
All right, thanks, Jen. So the fans did a great job. 9 plays, 65 yards, took 7:48 off the clock. It was a 22-yard touchdown run by Bennett. Katie Humphreys starting at quarterback here on first down. Humphreys, that ball is tipped, but it's complete to Eric Wallace, and Wallace fighting for the extra yards. He's going to pick up 5 yards here on first down. Aaron Taylor with the tackle.
And this is something that we haven't seen. The grit actually complete a pass on the very first throw. This is something that we've talked about, that Mike Sherman talked about a lot. They dropped too many balls last week. So to have them catch the very first ball out the gate is a good sign that they can actually get some consistency in this match.
Second down and 5. The play is in. And the fans want a run play here with Levance Taylor in the backfield. There's the handoff to Taylor. Taylor got hit in the backfield, still going, and now Taylor will get wrapped up by Boomer Mays, and this is going to be a loss of 4.
Great penetration by Willie Mays right here. We've called his number many, many times. He almost got Levance Taylor down in the beginning. You know, this power defense swarms as if they are an NFL defense. It is hard to run the ball. It's hard to throw the ball. We have to continue to do those quick throws, getting them into rhythm so they can open up something deep.
3rd and 9 for Mike Sherman's team here on their opening drive. And last week, again, the players at home don't care about who wins, they just want points. However, these coaches, they want wins. Humphreys coming near side, and they're going to say it is a catch, but it looks like, let's see, at the 44-yard line, a completion of 8, he's going to come up a yard shy.
About a yard shy, and then this is Daniel Williams. This is one of the best receivers in all of camp. Does a great job with the comeback. It was a great call by the fans. They understood they were in man-to-man coverage, and now they have a 4th and short situation. Understand the defense is going to be in man-to-man right now. Most likely press. Crossers, if they put it in the bundle, would be a great call for this time.
Did he get a foot down? Well, the fans want a quarterback sneak here on 4th and 1 from the 44. Loading up in the box.
And you hear him
the
call
defense expecting it. Trying to push him forward. Let's see. He's going to have the forward progress for the first down. Katie Humphreys got a little push there by Levance Taylor. Torrey Dale with the tackle.
And that can do wonders for your offensive line right there. The guys up front, they want to run block. They want to get up there and they want to run block. They want to get consistent. So if I was the fans, I would definitely ride that wave, try to get my offensive line involved in this game. They need to get some confidence moving forward.
Under a minute to go here in this first quarter. Don't forget, money is at stake for half. First half winner takes home $1,000, $500 for second, $250 for third.
You know what it is, right, Justin?
You said that's rent money.
That's rent money, baby.
On the hard count, Humphreys. High throw is pulled in by Carell Hamilton, slips a tackle. And Hamilton is down to the 42-yard line, gets 12 yards there.
And so this is what we have right here. They are having a problem blocking everybody on that end, Willie Mays. But if you get crosses, if you give them a short option like Carell Hamilton just had right there, you can get the football out of the quarterback's hands. They need some quick options because those defensive ends are getting upfield.
It was a missed tackle by Bobby Baker, but that will be the final play of this first quarter. A long opening drive by Team Power, 7 minutes and 48 seconds. They went 65 yards in 9 plays. They lead at 6-0 here at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter coming up, third and final game of Your Call Football.
Your Call Football Series. We encourage everybody to follow us on
A great play caller is somebody who has a good feel for the personnel that he has. He puts them in good positions, but he also knows the flow of a game and how things are working out. So to be able to adjust during a game and be able to call plays to take advantage of what's going on in the game makes a great play caller.
Your Call Football has made it easy to follow along with the game as you call the plays. In addition to watching the live stream directly in the Your Call Football app, you can stream the game at yourcallfootball.com, the Your Call Football YouTube channel, or at barstoolsports.com. Start of the second quarter back here at historic Dodgertown in Vero Beach, Florida. 6-0. Team Power leading Team Grit.
And we finally see the Grit getting some offensive consistency. We talked to Mike Sherman, and he didn't feel good about being shut out, did he, Justin? He didn't like that one bit.
Nobody also said, you know what? I can't take credit for the wins. I can't take blame for the losses.
Yes, he did. But you know what? The way that he coaches, he is a prideful man. And if you hear him talking on the sideline, he's talking to you, fans. He wants you to know exactly what he's thinking.
We're apparently having some clock
Get a lot of
issues.
zone on first down. All three.
Trips left, 8 flags, stop, right side.
They've radioed the play in. And the fans want a run play here, going against the coach's pick. Terrell Hamilton comes into the backfield. They fake the pitch, and not the right choice by Katie Humphries as he gets tackled by Greg Lloyd for a loss of 3.
That was a great way to come off the block and tackle by Greg Lloyd. Now, he has a great story. He's a son of the infamous Greg Lloyd for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a guy that has a long-standing history with Merrill Hodge. They actually converted him from linebacker to defensive tackle, and you see with plays like that, he is walking firmly in his daddy's footsteps. Great play, young man, great play.
So 2nd down and 13 now. We should just check the leaderboard, right?
Might as well.
Jim L right now, the unofficial lead. Overwhelming majority have picked this one. Humphries gets hit as he releases it to Eric Wallace. Wallace makes a tackle, the catch, but a really nice tackle by Aaron Taylor. Taylor went low, wrapped up the feet. Aaron Taylor, 6'1", 206. Eric Wallace, 6'6", 260.
Justin, the problem here is when they call play action, if you don't actually use a play action, you're not going to do anything for the defensive backs. They're just going to play the pass. If you want to get the defensive backs pulled up, if you want to get an opportunity to throw it deep, the quarterback and the running back have to commit to showing them run. You got to do the play action. That's just execution. That's not the fans' fault. That's execution.
By the way, in case you couldn't tell, Jabari was really heated about that one.
Could you tell? I mean, those are just like the little small things that Peyton Manning took pride in.
3rd and 8 here. Remember, you cannot punt once you cross the 50, and miscommunication on the route with Daniel Williams and Katie Humphries. So 4th and 8, you can either kick a field goal or go for it, and from this position, you're thinking you got to go for it.
Yeah, I think you do have to go for it. What you need to do is be able, as Katie Humphries, get your foot set, because you didn't have your foot set on the last play. He was throwing off his back foot. Even his receiver actually had a step on the defensive back. Plant your feet, throw the football, and do something for your team. 4th down, the defense is going to be in man-to-man coverage. You have a little bit wide. Let's see if Mike Sherman puts some type of man-to-man beater in the package.
The fans do not pick what Coach Sherman wanted here on 4th and 8 from the 40. Humphries, under pressure, throws incomplete to Robert Meacham.
So this is a great call by the fans to get the double outs. The issue is the receivers need to be able to break that off faster. The receivers actually ran to the defensive back, pushed off, and then took so much time. It was great pressure by Delvin Simmons. But when you have the way, here's the Powers first drive. We got Devon Redding coming in there. This guy has already had an impact for the Power. He's running all over the place. He rarely gets tackled by the very first defender. And Dustin, I would like to think if I was a corner, could I actually get this guy down? And next thing you know, Brian Bennett he's doing what Brian Bennett does. Looking downfield, he doesn't see a pass option. He runs to the end zone. They are consistently moving the ball forward. With the way that they play football, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to do that this drive as well.
Jack O is the call. It's Redding. Redding changes directions again, switches hands, and he runs out of bounds. Marked out at the 46-yard line, picks up 6 yards. Tackled by DJ Cameron to push him out of bounds.
Hey, so look, Devon Redding, this is getting unfair. He reminds me of a kid playing Little League football. Going one way, bouncing to the next. He is having fun out there, but the thing is, he looks like a man among boys. This guy is a special player.
Power had 38 yards on the ground on their first drive. They just got 6 right there from Devon Redding on 1st down.
Now we see Gavin Lutman in there. He's been an incredible possession receiver, been great
off the ball,
on the comebacks, been great on that lookie right there. Would be great, but they ain't call it. Gavin Lutman has been great catching the ball for the Power offense.
Bennett throws, Pass is complete to Ryan Timmons. And Timmons has the first down as he gets 4.
Completes to
and they needed 4.
Timmons.
And when we first talked to Mayor Hodge, you said as long as Brian Bennett sets his feet, he's one of the best throwing the football in the camp, and we've seen that consistently this game. He sets his feet, delivers the bomb. They catch the football.
We got to tell him that when he gets off.
First down.
Let's see what the fans have requested. They want a pass with smashes. Bennett is 5 for 5 so far. Make it 6 for 6 to Lutman. Lutman trying to get rid of his defender. He cannot do it. Brandon Smith with the tackle. And all of a sudden, Lutman, he saw a whole group of guys coming. He's like, I'm going to get down now.
Hey, he did a smart thing. Gavin Lutman is doing what he does best. Those comeback routes for Lutman, he's been consistent. I don't think.
You see that?
Yeah, I don't think he's dropped one yet. But as a receiver, when you see that many big bodies coming for you, just get down, man. Great job. Protect your neck. That's what you do.
He was like, I'm going to try to fight. I got 3 guys coming. Nope, I'm going down. 2nd and 4 here for Power. And this might sound weird, but if Power were to score a touchdown on this drive, that might be it. I mean, we haven't been able to see Team Grit move the ball really at all.
Not over these last 3 games, and that's a testament to the Powers defense. They've done a great job.
Redding up the middle is going to come up back to the line of scrimmage. It's Randy Allen who makes the tackle.
Great defense, great tackle by Randy Allen. Good penetration up front. So this is what the Grit needs. They need some stops on defense. Give their offense a breather. Move the line of scrimmage back. Get their offense back on the field and move the ball. They can't. Their offense has not. They have not had the type of breathers that they need to be successful. The Grit's defense needs to take some of the pressure off the offense, allow them some time to recoup and regain their composure on the sideline so they can come out here and be effective.
Fans have gone with a double out against the coach's pick on 3rd and 4. Bennett zips one through the hands of Dan Smith, the tight end. So they're beyond the 50 right now. They cannot punt.
You can't throw better than that, Justin. He put it right in the bread basket. Dan Smith has to come up with that. Mayor Hodge looking real disappointed in his dapper suit.
Well, Harry 3 is an option. Do they dare try that on 4th and 4?
They're in man-to-man. They're going to be a man-to-man press technique with the corner, so I think that actually is a really good play. But it just has to develop. The offensive line.
On the right side. I like it on the right side.
Double go. Yeah, the offensive line has to hold up. If they hold up with press man-to-man, they might actually have something.
Good help by Redding, buying some time for Bennett, who overthrows his intended receiver, Ryan Timmons. C.J. Roberts there on the coverage. So a turnover on downs here with 6:21 to go in this first half. It's 6-0 Power over Grit. Don't forget $1,000 at stake here for the first half.
Hey, Coach, what do you think the fans are going to do at halftime? Are they going to take the halftime and analyze the first half and come out with the different thoughts in the second half, or do you think they're just going to go back to what they've done?
Well, I think they're going to almost have to look for our keys in the kind of like plays we start putting up and the formations we start looking. See, formations I think will help fans understand what we think's working for us. If something's going well, in the second half we'll probably emphasize that player or those type of plays.
Right. I always laugh when I hear announcers make comments that they didn't make the right adjustments at halftime. And what fans got to know, we're making adjustments after every series. Right. So to wait till halftime to make an adjustment, no good coach waits that long. So no good fan in calling plays should wait till the half. As you watch the game evolve and you start seeing what people are playing, then you want to adapt to what they're doing right then. You don't wait to halftime to do it.
Brian Bennett and his team just turned the ball over on downs. So it's Team Grit now with the ball, taken over at their own 44-yard line with 6:21 to go.
And Justin, when is the last time we actually seen the Grit take the ball over downs?
And move the ball.
And move the ball. So this is a good sign for the Grit offense. I think that the fans, you have a great opportunity to get them involved. Short passes, short passes, short passes.
It's a handoff here to Levance Taylor. Taylor tries to break free, but a nice tackle is made by JoJo Mathis. A pickup of 6 on first down for Levance Taylor.
That was a great run by Levance Taylor. Got his eyes upfield, broke a couple of tackles. This is all they need, something short, something small. Short steps, short increments.
Baby steps?
Baby steps.
Walk before you run?
Walk before you run. Get him involved. Look, this is a whole, the Grit offense looks different than they ever looked over the last 2 games. Let's see if they can capitalize off this series right here.
2nd down and 4. Humphreys to the sideline.
Yeah, that's the way to drive. Good job. Big time.
You could see he was about to get laid out by J.D. Harmon and kind of came up short on the attempt to make the catch.
So Katie Humphreys, we talked about it before, setting your legs, you got to set your legs. Throws it a little bit out. Jordan has to get that. But more than anything, you need to be able to put this on the money.
Yeah, I mean, on that one, you're putting your receiver in harm's way.
You are. But the thing is that as a professional, any wide receiver coach will tell you, no matter what, if it touches your hands, you got to catch it.
Well, the fans are not picking with the coaches tonight. How about that?
Yeah, you know, the truth is that the fans have seen extreme success being consistent with what they've been doing.
KJ May in motion. It's kept here by Katie Humphreys up the middle, and Humphreys has the first down as he is down to the 39-yard line. He gets 11 on that one.
And the Grit's finally getting something started. This is up Katie Humphreys' wheelhouse. He loves getting active. Maybe you should call some more run options. Get him outside the pocket. If there's some play actions, if there's these weak option, these run options, let him run the football. Put the ball in his hands.
1st and 10 from the 39 with 5 minutes to go here in this first half. By the way, don't forget, halftime is just 3 minutes long, so don't go anywhere because you might miss the first play of second half. Fans and Coach Sherman agree here they want to pass on first down. And a good job on the hard count there by Katie Humphreys. Drawing offside against the defensive ends for power.
And Justin, I don't know how I feel about that. You know, I give the fans.
Defense, number 98, unabated to the quarterback. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
I'm giving the fans great advice, but they're not taking it. I feel as if maybe being taken advantage of right here, Justin. What should I do? Should I continue to give them advice, or should I just let them just ride with the fans?
Well,
what do you think, Justin?
The fans aren't going with you.
Oh,
they're not going with the coaches.
They're going rogue. The fans are going rogue.
They're saying that they know more than you guys, which is what they've been saying the whole time, which is why we have Your Call Football.
I love it. I love it. You know what? Rent money is on the line. Rent money is on the line, so I don't blame him one bit. Go with your gut, fans. Go with your gut.
But when you can't make rent, don't call and blame Jabari.
Not one bit.
On 1st and 5, it's kept here by Humphreys, dancing around, and Humphreys will take it up to the 32. He'll get a couple yards, and it's going to be 2nd down and 3.
That was a great run, a great 3-yard gain by Katie Humphreys. He should have been tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Got something for his team. Kept it going. 2nd and 3. Don't be afraid. Don't be surprised by seeing zone coverage right here. The defensive backs are going to expect some double moves. They're going to expect some deep balls. This is a shot down. You're taught as defense back that they're going to go deep. What are you gonna call, fans?
They want the stick hitch. It's not what Coach Sherman wanted here on 2nd down and 3. Humphries pumps once, and he completes the pass to KJ May. And that'll be a 1st down as he gets 7 yards.
So on 2nd and short, it's great to call these short passes just like this because the defensive backs are thinking deep ball. On 2nd and short, we call that a waste down. So on 2nd and short, call those short passes. Call the hitches, call the hanks, because the defensive backs are going to be playing off.
By the way, there's 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go here in this 1st half. I think it's appropriate that we check the leaderboard at this point. The unofficial leaderboard has Jim L. in the lead by almost 10 points over Butterlove 33.
Oh, that's a great screen name. Butterlove.
What would your screen name be?
You know, Jet. I would say Jet 33. That would be my screen name right there. Oh, he gets up.
Abdullah didn't go down, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
I thought we were going to see something Barry Sanders-esque right there. You know, Khalid Abdullah. He is. Oh, we see Willie Mays right here. Willie Mays has been the difference maker for this power defense. He might not have that many. He had 1 tackle on the stat sheet last week, but he at least had 3 game-changing plays by forcing the Gerard Johnson, the quarterback, to step up in the pocket and take a sack by someone else.
2nd down and 10. Minute and a half to go. Remember, they do have 2 timeouts remaining. Boom. Mike Sherman saying they'll use a timeout after this. Coach Sherman and the fans agree on this one. KJ May in motion. Humphries forced out of the pocket, just gets rid of it to stay alive. The pressure was coming by Will Coleman. That will stop the clock. 3rd and 10.
For intentional grounding, as the quarterback was out of the pocket and the ball crossed the line of scrimmage.
And this is something consistent that we've seen. It's come from the left. It's come from the right. It's come up the middle. The pressure that the Powers defensive ends and defensive tackles have applied for the grit has been consistent no matter from what angle it comes.
So they put in a trick play on that bundle. Do the fans bite for the trick play?
I would like to say no, but they've been going against me.
Oh, you're correct.
There we go.
3rd and 10 from the 25. Humphries taking the shot to the end zone, wide open, touchdown. Jordan Vaden, 25 yards, and a little finger roll as well.
And they are happy. They haven't gotten to the end zone in a very long time. That was a great double move by Jordan Vaden. Great way to step up in the pocket by KD Humphries. He had some pressure on the side coming from the defensive end. Stepped up in the pocket, delivered a nice toss with some butter on that ball to Jordan Vaden. Great play. Great catch.
I think if Vaden jumps off the correct foot there, he can dunk it.
Yeah, you know what, man? But this is football. So the thing is, I've seen too many times players getting injured by doing something idiotic. Listen, celebrate with your team. Enjoy it. Take your helmet off. Enjoy this interview that's coming up soon, brother.
The fans have made the play call here for the 2-point conversion to take the lead for Team Grit. Humphries on the slant, and it's incomplete to Khalid Abdullah. So we're tied up at 6 with 56 seconds to go. 8 plays, 56 yards, took 5:25 off the clock.
And you know what? I am excited to see finally an interview from a Grit player. They haven't scored in a very long time, so they're going to be excited on the offense.
Let's go down and check in with Jen Hale.
Thanks, Justin. Here with Katie Humphries. Fantastic touchdown. Congratulations, you got on the board. What allowed you to get in a rhythm and get that score?
Man, some great runs early. You know, kept the pass rush off us. You know, saluted those guys up front. Man, gave me time on a double move to go throw it up to Jordan Vader for him to make a play.
Are you feeling comfortable out there?
Very comfortable. You know, this is my 3rd week with these guys. Man, you know, I feel like it's just now starting to come together. But unfortunately, this is the last one, and we got to make the most of it.
No time like the present, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Justin.
All right, thanks, Jen. Thanks, KD. Here on 1st down, Bennett. He's going to run with it again. Bennett. Chased out of bounds as he crosses the 45 up to the 46, gets 11 yards, stops the clock with 49 seconds.
Yeah, this what makes him so dangerous because he can beat you with his arms and his feet. He keeps his eyes downfield, gets outside of the cornerback, and this is a guy that consistently can make something out of nothing. I mean, he consistently makes plays with his feet, with his arms. So as a play caller, utilizing Brian Bennett's strength by the play actions, by getting him outside of the hashes, this is something that can rack you up a lot of points.
Bennett, 49 yards passing, 33 yards rushing, and a touchdown. The fans want to pass here. And we've got a flag, so the call will be negated. It's going to be a false start.
So we've seen
Let's do it again.
False start. Offense, number 66. 5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
Goes against Lawrence Keys.
And I was talking to Lawrence Keys, earlier today when he was walking to the lunchroom, and he said, listen, the offensive line is ready. We will rush for 200 yards today. So he said, put that in the broadcast. So what I think is like, hey, it's great. It's great to throw the ball, but this offensive line wants to run that football. They want to get dirty.
The fans want a double go. Bennett. Down the sideline as his man caught. Tommy Streeter, touchdown.
Let's do this.
Wow.
Tommy Streeter dropped a short thing touchdown last week. This time he makes the catch for 59 yards.
So Tommy Streeter is even with the cornerback around the 20-yard line, Kenya Davis, and they say in the NFL, if you're even, he's leaving. So you want to make sure you pitch that receiver down the end zone, down the sideline. But this guy, Tommy Streeter, has caught 2 deep balls in this game and last game. He showed us that he is a very unique deep ball threat. Keep on going to him. Keep on calling his number. Keep on scoring points.
He's 6'5". Kenya Dennis is 5'11".
See, there you go again. It doesn't matter how big you is. I was a smaller corner, but you got to be able to make that play. Obviously, it made the difference on that play.
The 2-point conversion. Bennett in trouble, throws, and this one's incomplete. So it's no good on the 2-point conversion, but it is good on the long passing play, 59 yards down the sideline to take the 12-6 lead.
So, Justin, obviously you can see that I get offensive when we talk about smaller corners. You know, as a smaller corner, man, those are one of the things.
Hey, good job, O-line. That's the way to give him time, baby. Good job.
By the way, Sully has taken the lead now with 119.5 with 38 seconds to go here in this first half. What a huge momentum swing in the game. Just when Team Grit gets a touchdown to tie it up, 59 yards from Brian Bennett to Tommy Streeter.
Yeah, those explosive plays do something to your offense. Your offense was feeling good. Now they have to come back on the field after a minute or 2 minutes of getting some rest.
Katie Humphreys. Incomplete for Robert Meacham. 2nd and 10 upcoming.
And we've seen K.D. Humphries have issues throwing the ball outside the numbers.
Why do you think that is?
He's not planting his feet. He's not stepping into his throw. He's throwing off his back foot and not really following through. So this is something that he has to correct. But maybe the fans can get him involved by throws over the middle. So let's see if Mike Sherman calls some bundles, some plays with throws over the middle.
Fans and Sherman agree. 45% of the vote. Humphries. Over the middle, incomplete for Eric Wallace. Nearly a fantastic catch, and a flag comes in late. You can see Wallace's helmet come off.
So he finally throws it over the middle, puts it only where Wallace can get it, and I think they might get him
personal
for
foul. Defense number 25. Contact to a defenseless receiver, 15 yards from the previous spot, first down.
And that's against Gerard Boykins. So with that 15-yard penalty, they'll move the ball up to midfield with 26 seconds to go and 2 timeouts remaining.
So we see Mike Sherman put some bundles in there with receivers going across the middle. It seems as if he's listened to our broadcast as well. He wants to make sure that K.D. Humphries can get comfortable in that pocket. Throwing the ball over the middle, man. He hasn't had success throwing it outside the numbers yet. Let's see this halfback delay if he can get something going.
Bernard Pierce in the backfield. High snap for Humphries. Humphries, he's going to get thrown on the ground by Willie Mays and will lose 3. And a timeout is going to be taken here by Team Grit to stop the clock with 20 seconds.
Timeout.
That was caused by the high snap.
It is their first. It will be 30 seconds.
It was, but we talked about Willie Mays the third over and over again. There's not anything else that we can say about the threat that he poses from that right end. Line him up on the right side. Line him up on the left side. He is getting consistent pressure. They're trying to block him with the tight end. They're trying to block him with the tackle. They're having problems blocking him with anybody.
Sully still in the lead. Noodlehead 24 in second, about 7.5 points behind Sully.
He'll probably end up in bounds. If we get the first down, we'll clock it. Okay.
You heard the instructions from Mike Sherman. If they get the first down or close to it, they're going to clock it. "20 seconds to go here in the first half. Again, halftime is just 3 minutes, so don't go anywhere. Money to be won at the half, $1,000 for the winner, $500 for second, $250 for third. For the game, $5,000, $2,500, and $1,000. And of course, the big money for the 3-game series, $10,000, $5,000, $2,500. Humphries will take his short receiver. It's a tight end, Aaron Peck.
There's great pressure by Torrey Dale and Willie Mays Hayes. Once again, they've consistently got back there. K.D. Humphries has to step up in the pocket. He is standing back there like a duck. For him to be able to get the protection he needs, stand behind the center and those 2 guards in that pocket and deliver the football. You're standing too far back there, brother. Step up. Step up for your team. Your team needs you.
3rd and 12. 12-6 ball game. "62% agree with Coach Sherman." Another high snap. Humphries throws, and it's through the hands of Robert Meacham. Again, you feel like maybe he felt the pressure coming on, and the hit
So this right here is bad execution all through. First it was a high snap, then it was a high throw, then it was a drop. So those things can't be on the fans. That's just execution. Bad play by the center, bad catch, bad attempt by the receiver, and Katie Humphries has to continue to try to set his leg. They need something. They need to get something started.
Well, it's 4th and 12 with 6 seconds to go, and Sully is hoping he picks the right play here as he has about a 6.5-point lead over Noodlehead 24.
You on the stick, you on the stick.
Humphries.
Stop there.
Flushed out, taking the shot down the field, and this is incomplete. Going up was Aaron Peck. He could not come down with it. And that is the final play of this first half.
That is the end of the second quarter.
The unofficial winner of the first half is Sully right now with 139.1 points.
And they just throw it up, try to make something happen. And the defensive back, Bobby Baker, just knocks it down. The Powers defense has been incredible over the last couple of games. They've been consistent with their corner play, been consistent with their safety play, and the rush from Torrey Dale and Willie Mays have been off the charts.
All right, let's go down to Jen Hale.
Justin, here with Tommy Streeter, the power wide receiver who caught that beautiful pass. Last game, the aerial attack wasn't working all that well. You changed that narrative tonight. What's allowed you to have success through the air this evening?
I would say the work that goes in throughout the week, you know, the timing with the quarterbacks, you know, spending extra time after practice, working on timing, catching balls, you know. Once you put that work in the dark, it comes, you know, it comes to light once it's game time.
I bet it does. Brian Bennett, what type of quarterback is he to work with?
Amazing. The guy does extra things, you know, on the field and off the field. Always trying to make sure the guys are in the right position to make plays. He trusts his guys, put the ball in the right position for us to, you know, make a play on the ball. And, you know, man, the guy's a leader. You know, courageous, just all-around playmaker and great guy.
12-6 right now. What do you want fans to know? What do you want to see them call second half so that this team can sweep?
You know, we got a balanced attack on power. So, you know, whether it's on the ground or in the air, you know, you can't go wrong, man. We call power for a reason. We well-rounded, and we got a power attack in the air and on the ground.
Nice, Tommy. Well, best of luck.
Thank you.
Justin, total confidence right there from Tommy Streeter and Team Power.
No doubt about it, a 59-yard touchdown catch for Streeter. There is the leaderboard at the half. It's 12-6 Power leading Grit. Don't go anywhere. Back here in a moment.
Yeah, one of my favorite plays in the playbook. You always have to have something ready for critical times in the ball game. So this would be one of the plays that I would execute. And we start off in a trips formation. That's a 3-by-1 formation. Quarterback is in the shotgun. Halfback is in the pistol. So what happens here is the quarterback calls the play in the huddle. They get up the line of scrimmage, and he starts coming up the line of scrimmage, and he comes over to the left, and he starts making signals and calls to the guys on the left side. Then he comes over to the right side, and at that point, he says, now the ball is snapped directly to the back. Well, at that time, the A receiver comes around this way, the back comes this way, and lo and behold, over here, the quarterback, he clears out right here. The quarterback is in the flat, and the ball's thrown to him. As we all know, in man-to-man coverage, no one's covering the quarterback. Since he's not under center, he's an eligible receiver. It's called, y'all call it special, but you could call it the Philly special because that's the play they won the Super Bowl on.
Back here in Dodgertown in Vero Beach, Florida at the half. It's Power leading 12-6 over Team Grit. Justin Kutcher alongside Jabari Greer. And Jabari, in that first half, we saw Team Grit finally get on the board. They were shut out last game. But the answer by Team Power going down the sideline to Streeter for 59 yards, that's the difference right now.
It is. And any time that the Grit finally gets something going, to have that answer by the Power, that deep ball, it deflates the defense. It deflates the whole team, actually. So we see the Power being consistent on offense and defense, smothering the receivers, and then creating some plays down the field. They have been the dominant team these last couple games.
Let's take a look at the highlights from this first half. And this was the first touchdown of the game. And this was by Brian Bennett as he ran it in from 22 yards out to put Power on top 6-0.
Brian Bennett doing what Brian Bennett does, keeping his eyes down the field, outrunning the defensive line, outrunning the linebackers, and then shaking the defensive backs. He is a complete athlete. They call him the Swiss Army knife. And then finally, KD Humphrey steps up in the pocket, hits the receiver for in a double move, Jordan Baden. It's so great to see the grit finally get on the field. You finally see a red jersey having an interview after the game, and he goes up and then lays it up. You got to slam it next time, man. Next thing you know, they have a drop back deep ball. They answer it one play later. Deep ball to Tommy Streeter for 50-plus yards. And any time that this player gets on the field, he's apt to make a big play. We've seen this, Justin, time and time again. Brian Bennett to Tommy Streeter for an electric play. These two have been amazing.
So the leaderboard, which is what the fans at home only care about, Sully, 139.1 points. He takes $1,000. Noodlehead 24 gets $500. And KMB03 gets $250 for that first half. Opening up the second half, it will be Team Grit with the ball. And KD Humphreys is back out there as the quarterback.
So the fans going to have to do a great job of getting him involved. They picked the slant drag, which I think is a great play, especially against this zone coverage in which the Powers defense is going to be in.
Humphreys dumps it off to his running back, Levance Taylor. And Taylor gets spun around and thrown to the ground by Aaron Taylor, a pickup of 3. Well, we thought we were going to have some weather issues here tonight. It is starting to sprinkle out there on the field. You wonder, does that influence the plays? Obviously, just a sprinkle is nothing, but if it's a driving rain, then it's a different story.
Yeah, just like you said, man, the fans only care about those points, but I tell you what, once it starts running, once it starts raining, if it does, and it gets different bundles out there, the fans are going to have to change their strategy and incorporate this running game a lot more than they have been lately.
Second down and 7. Sebastian Smith goes in motion. It's a pass to Smith, and that one is going to be ruled a forward pass, I believe. Or wait, is this a lateral? Where do they mark him down? Incomplete. You can follow us on Twitter, hashtag YourCallFootball, hashtag YCF, hashtag CallThePlays. Third down and 7 here.
You know, we just not protect him really great.
Play action, Z-Blade. Are they going to do the play action pass?
Humphreys to the sideline, and that is caught. The question is, where is he going to be marked down? Let's see. The spot is going to be good enough for the first down. Jordan Vaden, who had the touchdown catch, makes that third down conversion.
Now, I said the play action pass. What I meant is the play action fake. That was a great throw, finally getting your outside receiver open. Great catch by Jordan Vaden. He's getting in the rhythm right now. But you have to continue to execute. If they call a play action, use a play action fake. You don't exactly understand what that does for the defensive backs. The quarterback and the running back need to commit to showing that fake.
First and 10 coming up from the 45-yard line. Again, the fans not agreeing with Coach Sherman. They fake to Khalid Abdullah. The pass is picked off. Intercepted by Bobby Baker. He read it the whole way.
That was a great play by Bobby Baker. Bobby Baker has been a leader in this secondary since day one. He's been a guy that we've called numerous times, had a great interception the very first game, kept his eyes backside against the comeback against the receiver.
And the runner was down by contact. First down, team power.
Makes a diving catch. That's as good of an interception as you're going to see. Gets up, looks a little stiff, but makes a catch altogether. That was a great play by a veteran defensive back.
Well, Tommy Streeter said offense, defense, running, passing, team power. They've got it all. And right now, the turnover, they'll start at the 47.
Watch that Harry 3. Watch that deep ball.
Let's see if Harry 3 is the one that Merrill Hodge wanted called.
He put it up there for a reason.
He didn't want it.
He didn't want it? What is he doing?
Nope. They're going to go with a run play.
Got me up here looking crazy, Merrill. Come on, man.
It's Redding on the handoff. A patient run by Divine Redding as he picks up 3, and let's go down to Jen Hale.
Thanks, Justin. Here with Bobby Baker. Amazing interception. What'd you see? How'd you snag that one?
Really, I just kind of remember some stuff from film. I knew every time they booted like that, it was something coming backside. Seen them look, went and got it.
Well, congratulations. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
No quitting this team. It's going to be a great second half, Justin.
Bobby Baker played his college ball at Georgia State, makes the interception. And now it's 2nd down and 7 at midfield here for team power. Smile, you're on camera.
And Bobby Baker, he reiterated his study habits. People don't understand how much time these players spend in the film room. You have to be able to know and anticipate the plays that come before they come.
The play call here is Harry Potter, and we're going to have a sack. O.J. Mao with the sack of Brian Bennett, a loss of 7.
Brian Bennett did keep his eyes down the field, but the route developed a little bit too late. Got great pressure by Mile off the edge, and then finished it up with a sack of Brian Bennett. Like, those things don't come too frequently. You have to enjoy that. You have to enjoy the pressure that you put and start again the next play.
Tell him, take that, I think we get it.
It's going to be 3rd and 14. Empty backfield here on 3rd and 14 as the fans and Coach Hodge are in agreement on this play call. Bennett, flag is thrown, and Bennett escapes some trouble, but now he gets brought down again, this time by A.J. Patai-Ali'i.
And Bennett gets up hobbling.
And we'll have to wait to see what the flag is for, but you're right, Bennett, he just signaled to the bench, he needs out. So Tommy Armstrong will come in.
Hands to the face. Offense, number 65. The penalty is declined. It'll be 4th down. No, it's on you.
What's not funny is that Brian Bennett is back to the bench because of this play by Patai-Ali'i.
Well, yeah, you can see that right knee right there. When he falls, he gets rolled up in. It could be his ankle or knee, but it's definitely the lower extremities. And you know, anytime that you get a 300-pound defensive end or defensive lineman coming and falling on your leg, it's never good. It's never good.
He's been so valuable and such a good guy throughout this entire series.
Yeah, hopefully it's just something that he needs a couple of plays for, because not only has he been exciting to watch, but he's been great for this guy. He's been great for your call football.
You cannot punt because they already made it to the 50. So with Tommy Armstrong in on 4th and 24. And a flag is thrown, a free play here. Armstrong takes the shot down the field, going to Streeter again. There could be another flag down there. No pass interference. The pass is incomplete. But this is going to be a free play.
Offsides. Defense, number 47. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 4th down.
So now it's 4th and 19. And that last play call gets dismissed.
Punt.
Well, Now the punt is in there. Didn't think it could be an option as they got to midfield.
Yeah, and you see he picks that, and then the GLO and the read option is like, listen, man, you're either going to run this ball or you're going to punt. And it seems as if Merrill Hodge is leaving the fans with very little choice as to what he wants to what he wants them to do.
And they will choose to punt, 88%.
Timeout.
They'll move the ball 40 yards from this spot. And Team Grit will take over. Your Call Football's live stream is delivered to you just as it is happening here at our football studio in Vero Beach, Florida. Through the technology of our streaming partner, Phoenix. Phoenix delivers the world's only scalable real-time video streaming platform, and it is this platform that makes the Your Call Football viewing experience the first of its kind.
They saw you last week.
Let's go down and check in with Jen again.
Thanks, Justin. Here with Mike Sherman. Coach, you've got some new routes in there to get this offense going tonight. What would you like to see fans call to help you get this going?
Well, I tell you, we really got to try to establish the run game a little bit as we're coming out of our own end. But on first down, we're getting a lot of zone coverage, so our hooks are good. On third down, we're getting some man coverage, so our crossing routes are the best call in that situation.
This power defense has been challenging your offensive line all night. Is there something you can do to get your quarterbacks a little help?
Block better. We're trying to do that. But we're trying to chip on certain plays, but you can't chip on all the plays because you need the route out and coverage. But they got to just step up, and we got about a quarter left of football, and we got to play better up front. And it'll be how well those guys play whether we win this football game.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Coach.
All righty.
Justin.
All right, thank you very much, Jen. 6:56 to go here in this third quarter. And it's 12-6, Power leading Grit. Sully is still in the lead for this game. Noodlehead 24 still in second place. For the game, don't forget it's $5,000 at stake.
And Justin, it seems like it's kind of coming down to the wire like it did last week. That's one thing that is brilliant about Your Call Football because we're playing two games here.
Nah, you shut him down. You can't do it when it's a back when you can't do it. You're done. Let's go, brother.
All right, you just heard it.
That's what I tell you all week.
Brian Bennett is done.
You never know.
It's now going to be on the shoulders of Tommy Armstrong. Right here, Khalid Abdullah finally chased out of bounds at the 47. He picks up 19 right there, does Abdullah.
And this is the longest run that Grit has had over all three of these games. Khalid Abdullah is a guy that they look for at the very first game. Hasn't been extremely explosive yet, but this is the kind of plays that they expect Khalid Abdullah to make. He's a dual threat coming out of the backfield as a runner and a receiver, so it's great to see him now getting in rhythm and coming into his own.
1st and 10 from the 47.
Got right nasty.
Inside zone read option. The handoff to Abdullah. He gets met right away by Aaron Taylor, who's had a busy night. Going to be a loss of 2. Some of the tweets coming in from fans. I'm loving at Your Call Football. I'm ranked 167, so I'm definitely better at reporting on sports versus play calling, but it's pretty awesome to experience. Thanks for that tweet. Your Call Football is so sick.
Call the doctor. This thing is awesome.
5.5 to go here in this third quarter.
And keep on dropping those tweets because we love to read them. This is fan interaction at its best, right, Justin?
Absolutely. 80% vote for the Smashes here. On 2nd and 12, low throw. That was short hopped, incomplete. Daniel Williams, the intended receiver. So now 3rd and 12 coming up.
We have seen time and time again Katie Humphries have issues throwing the ball outside of the numbers. Fans, help him out. Give him some inside breaking route, crossers, smash, or something inside the numbers get this guy in some type of consistency because he's having a problem.
It's going to be 3rd and 12. The fans once again go against the coach's pick.
But they are throwing inside the numbers. Hopefully they catch it, because if they don't, the fans will never listen to me again.
Flag is thrown. Humphreys completes the pass to Aaron Peck, and Peck is wrapped up again by Aaron Taylor. But it's going to be a 2-yard pickup, but they'll get more than that because this should be going against the defense.
Offsides, defense, number 56. Number 56 was in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
That's against JoJo Mathis. And while we have 3rd down coming up, let's check in with Jen Hale on the status of Brian Bennett.
Yeah, Justin, you mentioned that Brian Bennett is out for the rest of this game with that right ankle injury. He's sitting on the bench right now, an athletic trainer wrapping that ankle up in ice pretty securely. This Power team has taken the injury very personally. They feel like perhaps it was on purpose. Defensive tackle Delvin Simmons just walked up to the Grit team and told them, it's on, get ready. They want revenge, Justin.
Wow. I don't think that play was on purpose. But
yeah, but anytime you have your leader hurt, you do take anything that you can do to get yourself fired up, you do. So even if you got to trick yourself to thinking that they tried to go after your guy on purpose, you do it to get fired up.
Humphreys needs to get rid of it. They're going to say he's sacked by Willie Mays. The whistle was blown.
The ruling on the field is the quarterback was in the grasp. It'll be 4th down.
Willie Mays, JoJo Mathis, this dynamic duo has been causing havoc for the last 3 games. Listen, this guy is seemingly unblockable. You need to put a tight end over there, put a chip running back over there. You need to do something to protect your quarterback, because there have been too many times that we've seen K.D. Humphreys either on the ground or under duress.
It was a loss of 7 on the sack. And now the whistle was blown before the ball came loose. He was in the grasp, and that's why the whistle was blown. The fans have elected to punt from the 43-yard line. They'll move the ball 40 yards down the field. And Tommy Armstrong and Team Power will take over with 3:35 to go here in this 3rd quarter.
And Justin, I wonder why Mike Sherman is not putting more quick game into the bundles. We see more down the field throws, more play action throws, more read options. I know he wants to get his quarterback going, but the fans need an option to get him comfortable in the pocket. K.D. Humphreys is not comfortable in the pocket. We need short throws, those slants, those hanks, those hitches and curls. But Mike Sherman isn't putting it in bundles. I wonder what his thinking is.
Well, right now, he needs his defense to step up as the field position has changed, courtesy of the punt. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line for Team Power. Tommy Armstrong in at quarterback, as Brian Bennett, we heard, is done. Handoff to Redding. Redding, nowhere to go. Toby Jackson with the tackle. Your Call Football's innovative tech platform was built by Cantina, a leading digital design and development agency. The innovation partner of Your Call Football, Cantina has created a cutting-edge mobile experience for you, the play-calling fans that make Your Call Football so special. The last play was a loss of 4 for Divine Redding and Team Power. You got to see how they're going to respond when their leader, Brian Bennett, goes out.
And you see that
that's not bad.
Merrill called that looky. He said that when he calls that, be aware.
We haven't all day, right?
And he wants the quarterback pop, but we get the red help 7. So I think we should see man-to-man coverage. Hopefully they can get some deep.
Armstrong goes low for Divine Redding, incomplete.
What's Rodriguez doing?
3rd and 14 is coming up. B.J. McBride, defensive end for Power, is out for the remainder of this game with a groin injury. So now Power has lost a defensive end and their starting quarterback as they are trying to go 3-0 in this series against Team Grit. But 3rd and 14 coming up, and if they don't convert here, I'm going to think the majority of the people will go with a punt.
They want that easy money, those easy points. And they see how those points really accumulate over the end. I mean, what is it? It was a 1-point difference in the leaderboard last game. Got to get the points, well, however you can take them.
Armstrong stepping up in the pocket, throws over the middle, and that ball is caught. Hauled in by Kendall Lawrence. A 21-yard completion. How about that? That is a backbreaker for the defense of Team Grit.
When you have 3rd and long right there, you anticipate getting off the field, but great job. Great blocking by the offensive line. Great job by Tommy Armstrong, keeping his eyes down the field, throwing a bullet, and then great job by Kendall Lawrence going low and getting that football. That deflates a defense, in particular the defensive lineman.
Just think about how big that play was. If they don't make that catch, if Kendall Lawrence doesn't make that catch, Armstrong doesn't step up and make that throw, a punt is coming up, and it would have still been good field position, starting field position for Team Grit. Handoff here to Redding, spins away, but he goes down. It's again Toby Jackson who made the contact, but I think that was one of those situations where Divine Redding just lost his footing. Otherwise, he could have broken that tackle.
Yeah, and that is the cause of a wet field right there.
And now Redding is going to go down towards the sideline, hobbling just a bit. A loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 11 from their own 33.
Hopefully he's okay. He's been such a dynamic player for their team. You see he spins, gets up a little bit, and I think he comes down on that left ankle a bit, left ankle or left knee, when his foot did not come down when he thought it should.
2nd and 11. Armstrong high throw. It's caught by JoJo Kemp. Kemp gets 5 yards back. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
And JoJo Kemp is showing some surprising hands. Look, he looks at him himself. See, the thought with JoJo Kemp was that he was a great dynamic running back, but could he catch the football? Man, when that ball hit his hands, it stuck like glue. You know, he's actually answering some questions during this game, whether he can catch the ball or not. Great play by JoJo Kemp.
All right, 3rd down and 6. Harry Potter was an option. Are they sorcerers? Oh, they go for it. That's what Coach wanted.
3rd and 6, they're going to be pressed man-to-man coverage. Watch the slot, number 7, Dan Smith.
Armstrong out of the pocket, looking downfield, taking the shot downfield. It is to Dan Smith, and Smith has the catch. And they're going to say he is down. But a big-time play, Tommy Armstrong to Dan Smith.
That is the end of the 3rd quarter.
That is the final play of the 3rd quarter. It goes for 47 yards.
We're on the 10. 10. We're on the 10. Well, we're on the 10.
Coach, it looks like you're on the 15.
Tommy Armstrong, he didn't have it at first. It was man-to-man coverage, great coverage. Kept his eyes down the field, extended the play, and threw a lightning strike to Dan Smith. Way to commit to the play. Dan Smith does not slow down on the route, keeps on going upfield. It was lazy coverage by the defensive backs. And when you are a receiver and you continue down the field with your eyes on the prize, you get big plays like that. Ain't that right?
Well, and just by curiosity, did you use lightning strike because it was Harry Potter's play? Forget about it.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. Join us on Facebook postgame for a live press conference. Ask your own questions using hashtag YCF postgame. 4th quarter, 12-6, Power leading Grit. And again, this drive was kept alive on that big 3rd and 14 conversion where Armstrong stepped up and completed the pass to Kendall Lawrence.
And it does more than just keep the drive alive. It gives your team momentum. It gives your team energy. The Power, even though they've lost Brian Bennett. Even though they've lost Divine Redding, they still have great players and great pride. They're very well coached. I am surprised that Merrill Hodge is coaching these teams. In his first year coaching, he has such great command over his teams and such great loyalty by his players.
Jamari Ford tackles Tommy Armstrong. 1 yard for Armstrong.
And we talked to Mayor Hodge about his first year coaching, and he said some of the challenges that he saw was that he learned that these men have lives, that they have family crisis, and sometimes they just need somebody to talk to. And he was that catalyst, getting to be a coach/counselor for some of these grown men, because you never know what comes up. The way that he has bonded with this team, it is why he's celebrating when he comes out with this suit. Not everybody can do that now, Justin.
Well, not everybody can wear the suit and have the tie and the shoelaces match the color of his team.
Oh, he is smooth, and the guys love it. That right there is nothing but a rallying ploy.
Divine Redding is in the backfield here on 2nd down and 9 from the 14. They swing it out to Redding, and it's incomplete, thrown behind him from Tommy Armstrong. If that ball is where it should be, it's a touchdown.
That was a great play. It's plays like that that makes the fans furious, because they called it up, they had it. It was just a badly thrown ball. Divine Redding get his head back just a little bit more. You can see what actually happens when a player gets out. Oh, look at those shoestrings. Stop what you're saying.
Look
at
tie.
My man is clean. You know what? That's Paisley, man. It takes a real man to pull off Paisley, brother.
Look, he's got the tie, the
Streeter.
shoelaces.
Yeah. Street in. Go on the hop.
Matching his team colors. It's coordination at its finest.
Oh, you haven't seen the umbrella, man. He was rocking the umbrella earlier before the game. Dynamic personality, man. It's great to actually talk to him in the coaches meeting as well.
Tommy Streeter's in here on 3rd and 9. You know he can go up for a jump ball. Armstrong throwing over the middle, incomplete. Kendall Lawrence, the intended receiver.
So fans, listen, it's 4th and 9. We'll see what bundle he has, but the receivers are getting separation from the running back. The issue is Tommy Armstrong needs to calm down a bit. The receivers are getting separation from these defensive backs. You see Kendall Lawrence has 3 steps on his running back. Has 3 steps on his defensive back. As long as Tommy Armstrong can calm down a bit, set his feet, you are going to gain a lot of points by throwing that football.
Well, an option is a field goal right now. And it looks like that's what the fans want, a 31-yard field goal attempt from Josh Gable. 73% agree.
We got him, Coach.
Tell him the issue, Justin. What issue do we have?
Well, you've got a different snapper in now because Brian Bennett's not snapping.
And?
You've got a different, slippery fields, and also the fact that Josh Gable doesn't get the ball up quickly.
There we go.
However, on this short yardage field goal, I don't know if that'll be as big of an issue. From 31, little chip shot.
Oh, finally. There we go. Give the kicker some love. Man, Josh Gable. Listen, I've been wanting to see this doggone interview forever. Let's get Josh Gable.
Hey, boom. Great
on the
snap,
sideline
boom.
with Jennifer.
Boom, great snap.
That's 15-6 now. Power leading.
Hey, great snap.
So we talked about the issue of Josh Gable not getting the ball up. Last game he got the ball blocked, but you can see that is a guy that is coachable, a guy that's getting the ball up, putting faith not only back in his coach's hands, but also in the fans' hand to call the field goal in the future. Those are points right there. Those are points in your pocket because those are points you're going to need.
15-6 with 10:44 to go. Grit takes over now at the 35. Again, of course, if you've been playing this long with us, you know there are no field goals. Excuse me, there are no kickoffs. You just start at the 35-yard line. Katie Humphreys.
When you disconnect,
A look at the leaderboard. Sully still in the lead. Nate B is in 2nd place. And Camaro's 173 now in 3rd.
Justin, how much tension do you think is at Sully's house right now, man?
I'm guessing he's telling everybody just Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Just leave me alone right now.
It's like he's throwing a no-hitter. Tip ball. It is caught by Jordan Vaden, who's had a nice night. And Vaden looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's go downstairs and check in again with Jen Hale.
Well, Justin, here's what Jabari's been asking for. Josh Gable, man of the moment, knocked through that field goal to put some distance between you and Team Grit. How much did the conditions factor in? What is the field and the ball like right now?
I mean, it's very, very slippery. I just needed a solid plant foot, and I had that. My, rotation was pretty solid too. So I just felt fine kicking that ball.
Well, congratulations, your team needed that. It was good energy.
Thank you so much. I'm glad I got the opportunity. Thank you, fans, for calling that play. Thank you.
Justin.
Thank you very much. By the way, that last play was an incomplete pass, so it's 2nd down and 10. But you talked about the style for Josh Gable. How about the hair tonight?
You gotta love that. He picked it out. He picked it out before. He had the do-rag on. Now he got the fro flowing. I see you, brother. Listen, and it looked pretty juicy, as if he had some product in that thing.
It looked pretty good.
It looked good. He worked on that. He worked on that.
Pressure coming. Humphries not going to escape it. Greg Lloyd again. A loss of 7 on the play.
And listen, this is great pressure outside by Will Coleman. He makes it happen. He gets the quarterback, Katie Humphries, to step up and then gets the sack by Greg Lloyd. This defensive line has been consistent with their pressure. So if you as a play caller want to make something happen, quick throws, throw it in the middle, don't have your quarterback back there, because we've seen he doesn't have a lot of time to throw that ball.
You know what? Just seeing that play, I wonder if, you know how in hockey there's that second assist that sets up the assist for the goal? They should keep track of those for like sacks, because it was Coleman's pressure that led to the sack.
You're right. You're exactly right.
Pass here to Levance Taylor. Taylor slips through and dives across the 40-yard line. And he gets up to the 41.
Great play by Katie Humphries, keeping his eyes down the field. And good job by Levance Taylor, just making something happen.
It's a 13-yard pickup. And trailing 15-6, coming up on 9 minutes to go. If you're Team Grit, you've got to go for it. There is a punt option. I wouldn't take it.
Mike Sherman said he understands that 4th and 4, they're going to be in man-to-man, and he wants those shallow crosses, but understand that the defensive backs are going to be thinking about shallow crossing. So if they can hold up, what you might have is a quarterback taking the ball down and running, or hopefully the Correll Hamilton getting open across the middle.
The coach and the fans in agreement here on 4th and 4 from the 41. Humphries, quick out. Complete to Williams, and Williams got wrapped up right away by J.D. Harmon. But it looks like Harmon got the line that he needed.
That was a great play by Katie Humphries, understanding man-to-man technique, getting the ball to Daniel Williams. Great play by J.D. Harmon, not allowing him extra yardage. But the obvious throw was a crosser. But given that they're in man-to-man technique, the quarterback looks off to that off cornerback and throws it wide to a wide-open Daniel Williams. That was a great veteran call, a great veteran play by Katie Humphries.
How about this? A couple of trick plays here in there for Mike Sherman's team, maybe trying to coerce the fans to take a shot, go for a home run here.
He's not being subtle.
So you're saying it's not a coercion?
As obvious as he can be.
Well, he wanted one. The fans are calling for a different one. They don't take the conservative route. A double reverse. Correll Hamilton. Hamilton, look at him go. Correll Hamilton looked like he was going to get chased down from behind. Instead, Hamilton will bring it up to the 48 and get 7 yards.
Great decision by Correll Hamilton to bring the ball down and not throw it. Usually a receiver wants to throw that ball down the field, but he takes it, looks like a running back there. Breaks 3 or 4 tackles, looks pretty impressive. Correll Hamilton wants the ball, but when he gets the ball, he has to make things happen like that.
Carell Hamilton. He's hunched over in the huddle. Second down and 3 coming up.
Carell Hamilton has what we call the Huns. You know, after you get hit, you're sitting on the sideline like, huh. It hurts. Oh, those hits hurt.
Humphreys able to escape the pressure. Directs traffic and throws it down the sideline, but it's dropped by Jordan Vaden. Coach Sherman talked to us about you drop passes. You got to make the plays. That was one where they could have made it.
Look at this play by Willie Mays III. They brought like 3 guys to block. He goes under the tackle, goes around the guard, and almost still gets the quarterback. Does a great job of keeping his eyes down the field, but Willie Mays III is wreaking havoc on the offensive line. They can't stop him. There's 3 guys trying to block him.
Yeah, but that right there is a ball that Jordan Vaden has to pull in, especially with your team down 15-6, 6:14 to go. 3rd and 3, and the fans want a shallow cross, so they are listening to you.
We got Willie Mays Hayes right there. No, Willie Mays Hayes. Willie Mays III on the bench. This guy has been a superstar for your call football over the last 3 games.
The timeout is called by the officials. Palmer Whites. He's going to walk back to the sideline. We'd like to say a special thank you to Adidas, the uniform and apparel partner of Your Call Football, for outfitting players, coaches, staff, and even the announcers here in historic Dodgertown. Adidas here to create.
I love free gear too, Justin, don't you? This Adidas gear is nice.
Who doesn't like it?
Oh, my goodness.
Sully, a convincing lead right now, trying to make it a $6,000 night. Humphreys throws high, but it's hauled in by Daniel Williams. Williams has the first down, still going, as he takes it inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. It'll be a 21-yard completion.
Daniel Williams almost gets out of that. You got to understand, this guy is 6'2", 34 pounds. He's as big as a tight end. He's as fast as a cornerback. This guy is a dynamic player coming out of Jackson State University. He led he led FCS in receptions and touchdowns. This guy is a dynamic player. I'm surprised that he's not right now in an NFL minicamp. He is a playmaker when he gets his hands on the ball. And he's hot right now. You see him. He's excited. Get that man the ball.
70% have selected this play.
It's going to be man-to-man. Watch the receiver.
Humphreys, it's a low throw. Trying to go back to Daniel Williams.
KJ May was in the slot right there. If they had time, KJ May was in the slot. If they had time, he would have been wide open. It was a little low. Daniel Williams wants to get that ball. You got to bring that ball up, man. Give him a chance to run after the catch.
The only positive to me in that play is it stops the clock. You don't have to waste a timeout, because that would have gone for nothing, really. So instead, you've got 5:06 and 2nd down and 10 here from the 27.
Well, yes, but for someone who is probably a point down from the leaderboard, I mean, it can do you wonders. It could definitely do you wonders.
Humphreys to his receiver, who is on the ground, Carell Hamilton. That's incomplete, and that's not a wise decision by Katie Humphreys there. He saw his receiver was already on the ground.
Yeah, he did. I didn't want to say anything, but that's either like, hey, listen, either you're going to get hit or I'm going to get hit, and I'll choose you to get hit. Exactly. He felt that pressure. He's been feeling that pressure all night, and I don't blame him, man. You know, it's not fun getting hit by those defensive ends.
3rd and 10. With the ball at the 27. At this point right now, you're looking, if they don't advance the ball at all, at around a 44-yard field goal attempt.
I like this play call by the fans. Sprint out. K.D. Humphries is great with his legs. Let's see if he can get out, if they can block.
Mays is chasing him down. Humphries has to throw it away. So this is decision time right now for the fans. Do you go with Jay Maddox trying for a 44-yard field goal? But Willie Mays, again, his pursuit is phenomenal.
You see, they're having a hard time blocking him. Bernard Pierce can't block him. He's getting around with ease. We have called his name so many times that he should be up in the broadcasting booth. This guy is making plays up and down the field. Listen, next game that we call Your Call Football, Willie Mays is going to be up here with the headset on. This guy has been part of the broadcasting team.
Well, they are going to attempt a field goal. 55% of the fans want the field goal. A 44-yard
Number 71
attempt
is reporting eligible
for Maddox. He has not connected yet during Your Call Football. Gerard Johnson will be the holder to make it a 15-9 game. We saw a field goal from 31 from Josh Gable. From 44. And that is no good. Pressure was coming off the edge, and the pressure was coming by Javon Williams.
Javon Williams gets a clean drive outside, and
he actually ran past it. He dove past the block.
He dove past it, and you know, if that affects the kicker's mentality more than anything. Listen, he had a clean block. He had a clean block on the kick, but more than anything, he influenced the miss. And I've been hoping that we can get Jay Maddox an interview sometime. This guy he's been here since day one, but we haven't seen him take his helmet off, man. I think we should give him an interview just
he doesn't want to talk right now. So Power takes over, 4:47 to go. Leading 15-6, trying to go 3-0 in this series. They say it's 4-0 if they count the scrimmage. And don't forget, Power lost their starting quarterback, B.J. Daniels. He went down with an injury. B.J. Daniels has signed with the CFL Saskatchewan Roughriders. And here on first down, the handoff is to JoJo Kemp up the middle.
So we're starting to see exactly what we saw last game. The fans are getting conservative. They do care about the score in a sense. They understand right now that the running game has been effective, and I think that they are aligning themselves more around this time with the mindset of Coach Merrill Hodge.
A1.
Second down and 7 coming up. Sully right now with about a 20-point lead, 19-point lead. And the fans have voted for another run play. Picking against Merrill Hodge. Pressure in the backfield. JoJo Kemp gets hit by B.T. Sanders. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play.
And that was a bad block by Hershey Walton. He just missed his guy. You know, you're going to see this big 300-pound lineman come around, and he's supposed to lead you to the promised land. But if you don't block anybody, and that guy and that defensive lineman gets in the backfield and hits you, as a running back, you're going to be upset. You got to clear the way, offensive lineman. Clear the way, Hershey, and let me run that football.
B slash. Now this one. Just complete. I mean, that's a pass.
Third down and 8. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. Armstrong will swing it out to Kemp, and Kemp is going to get run out of bounds by C.J. Roberts. And Kemp is going to lose 3 yards on that play. So you got to think right now we're going to have a punt here from Team Power just to switch the field position with 2:45 to go.
So no punt, but we see the mindset. All go slant drags.
I'm wondering if there was a technical issue right there.
No, it's not a technical issue. It's a pride issue. We see.
Timeout, Team Grid. It is their first. It will be 30 seconds. Can you please reset the game clock to 2 minutes and 38 seconds? Thank you.
It's the first of 2 timeouts taken here by Team Grid. And don't forget, join us on Facebook for a live press conference following this game. Ask your own questions using hashtag YCF postgame. Because that last vote was dismissed, I wonder now if he will put a punt in there.
I don't think so, Justin. I think that we see a coach right now.
So you're saying
that
if I turn the ball over.
I'm going to tell you what I'm saying. I think we see a coach right now that wants to put the nail in the coffin. They want you to know that, hey, listen, my team is good, but the truth is that we're dominating you right now. This is a prideful game.
Let's see.
And he didn't wear that suit for nothing now. Because you know it's about 90 degrees out here, and he's sweating buckets under that thing. He's throwing that shirt away after this game.
Guess what? The punt option's in there. And let's see how many people take the punt option. I'm going to say 90%.
I'm going to go with under 75. 75. Come on, fans.
It's going to be a punt, and let's find out how many people. What's the percentage?
Let's see.
Who's buying dinner?
Come on now. Sully punted. I know that. Chris Carr, he punted.
76. Oh!
76. Thank you, fans.
24%. You're all fired. If you want to win, you want to go 3-0, make him go the distance. Don't give him a short field. Come on now.
Hey, so like I said before, this is a prideful game, and I think that last bundle was there for a reason.
There's a difference between pride and stupidity.
I understand that. I understand. I've seen both. I have seen both. But I think that bundle that we saw before was in there for a reason. Merrill Hodge understood what he did, and that timeout that Mike Sherman called convinced him to do something else.
I tell you what, I'm going to ask him about that on the post-game press conference, and I think there was a technical glitch.
Y'all, hey, listen, tune in to the post-conference. I want to see exactly what Merrill Hodge says.
Humphrey stepping up, throwing, and completes this pass to Shedrick Davis.
Justin, I asked you.
29 yards, okay, and that's why you punt.
Yes. What did I tell you that Katie Humphries needs to throw the ball to be successful?
Over the middle.
Over the middle. Throw that ball over the middle. He's not having success out there in the hashes. Balls like that, shortening his field of vision, letting him see the field is becoming those type of throws are successful for Katie Humphries. Throw inside. Don't throw outside the numbers anymore this game.
Humphries is 13 of 28 for 141 yards. An interception and a touchdown. Humphries gets hit as he throws. This one's up for grabs, and it's intercepted. Travis Lee with the pick. Correll Hamilton, the intended receiver, but Humphries got hit as he released it, and that led to the interception.
Justin, where did that ball go? That ball went outside the numbers once again. I'm telling you, man, listen, he had pressure. It was great pressure by JoJo Matthews. He'd been getting pressure all night. But Katie Humphries has to be able to throw this ball with a little more velocity. The corner gets under it. It was a great play by Travis Lee. We've seen these defensive backs be dominant game after game after game. Usually we would expect after a secondary would have a shutout game like they had to take a low. We have not seen anything less than spectacular, dominant defensive back play for the power defense.
The tweets are coming in. At Your Call Football, first time participating, and all I can think about is the great potential of YCF. When's the next game? Hashtag 447th place.
Wow.
Well, stay tuned. 1:40 to go. And a flag is thrown.
False start. Offense, number 58. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
And that brings up a great point. It takes a while to organize something of this scale. And the president, Julie Manager, has done a great job of rallying the troops together and making sure that everybody, whether it's staff, whether it's players, whether it's coaches, are on the same page. This is no easy feat to bring your college football together.
Tell him to run with it. Or run it so we don't stop the clock.
You just heard that.
Tell him run it, don't dirt it. Tell him.
He's saying run it. Do not stop the clock here. Well, the pass is complete to JoJo Kemp. And let's see if a timeout is called by Team Grit. It will be the second and final timeout by Team Grit.
Team Grit. It is their second.
So right now,
it'll be 30 seconds.
Sully unofficially has the lead.
And it's coming down to the wire.
By about, again, 9 points over KMB 03. And what we see and what's so cool about this, about your call football, is the score's 15-6. So Powers should go on to win this game. But it's this. It's the leaderboard that now we're following because every play is so critical.
Every play matters. When you have a game like this where the action on the field is fun, but it doesn't actually put money in your pocket, we keep our eyes on the leaderboard. We say names like Sully. We say names like B Tom's 41. We say names like, what's up? Butter me up, my guy, Butterball. I mean, this is where the action is. I love bringing fans into the booth, talking about these things like your call football. This is different than anything else that's out there right now.
Well, it's kept here by Armstrong. Armstrong able to get around the defensive end. And Armstrong ran out of bounds, stops the clock. A missed tackle by Aaron Adoye. He gets 6, but the clock stops with 1:25 to go. And Merrill Hodge is like, no, stay in.
And it's amazing.
They're going for the sweep.
Wow. Those are guys having fun right there. See, this is what football is all about. Merrill Hodge, he touched on this in our production meeting. The relationships that these guys will have from your call football for the rest of their lives. They're having fun, but most of all, they're making meaningful relationships that's going to change their lives.
It's 3rd and 15. And it's the handoff to Kemp. Kemp with a stiff arm. Got to stay in bounds. Tackle by Jaquez Bryant. And I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say punt.
I believe it's going to happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
You know what? I mean,
so what percentage this time, Jabari?
I will say 7. No, I'm going to say 83%.
I'm going 90 again.
You're going 90 again? You haven't learned yet. You know, there's still some. There are people that won't call punt just because they want to go against the grain. Just because they want to go against the grain.
And you're going to lose.
Yeah, it's 4th.
74%.
I tell you, man.
Let it go down all the way.
Listen, if you're 440, it doesn't matter whether you're not going to win anyway. What you're going to do is you're going to have fun. You're going to continue to call plays, and sometimes you're going to go against the grain. That's the beautiful thing about your call football. It's like, man, you know, there's so many different ways to have fun. Even though there's 2 on the leaderboard right now, we'll see what happens at the end. Everybody's having a blast playing this thing. Everybody.
Well, they'll move the ball 40 yards down the field.
You all right? How you doing?
So do you think Coach wants to throw the ball down the field?
Yeah.
I think so. Do you think Willie Mays III is going to get some pressure on the quarterback? Yeah,
sure.
I think so. If he's out there.
Sully still with about a 9-point lead. Again, trying to make it a $6,000 payout tonight. Don't forget the overall series winner takes home $10,000, $5,000 for second, $2,500 for third place.
Man, $10,000, Justin, that's changed your life money right there. What would you do with $10,000, Justin?
Well, if I were living where you were living, I'd just pay rent.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Have a nice area code. Yes, work really hard. It only cost me a knee, Justin. It only cost me a knee. That's all it did.
Humphreys steps up, but a flag is thrown. The pass is incomplete to Levance Taylor. I'm going to guess we've got a hold.
Holding. Offense, number 69. 10-yard penalty, remains first down. Correction, the number is 59.
They holding everybody. He doesn't. They holding everybody. Everybody's holding on the offensive line. You listen, this defensive line of the Power, they remind me of the defensive line for the Denver Broncos during that Super Bowl run. These guys can rush 4, and they can get back to the quarterback. They can rush 3 and get back to the quarterback. They're being effective. They're being efficient. They're being extremely impressive with the way that they're getting back there.
How about J.D. Harmon even helping out the official, picking up the flag?
His swag's too high.
Humphreys, again, flush out of the pocket, incomplete. Coming near side for Daniel Williams. 29 seconds to go.
Hey, listen, Katie Humphrey's been running from the bill collector all game. Listen, this guy, I don't have bill money right now. Turn the lights off. This guy, it's done. He's been having a game in which he hasn't gotten comfortable in the pocket. They've put at least a point on the board, so Mike Sherman doesn't have to be concerned about getting shut out. But the truth is that they haven't, over these 3 games, been able to be consistent in any type of offensive progression, any type of offensive movement. It's been a problem.
Second down and 20. Humphreys, far side, completes it to Jordan Vaden. Vaden's trying to get out of bounds to stop the clock. He does. It's a 10-yard completion.
And I think that might be the first time he's threw outside of the numbers with his feet set. This is something we haven't seen all game. He had his feet set, great delivery, great catch. Jordan Vaden. Finally, we see something happen for the Grit. A little too late.
You mentioned Julie Maringer before. I have to thank a ton of people for putting this all together, getting us involved. David Parro, who helped set this all up. Joe Whalen and our producer, Larry Roth, our director. And, of course, the 2 guys here in the booth with us.
Ron Halkett.
Yep. Our spotter, Bill Garrity, our statistician, Ed Svita.
The best in the business.
Eric Wallace makes that catch as, again, it's going to come down to the wire, gets out of bounds. 17-yard completion for number 17. There are so many people to thank, our entire technical crew, everybody who helped make this happen. Really, thank you for all of this. It's been a lot of fun for us here in the booth, and I know it's been fun for you playing at home.
Listen, this has been a blast, and I'm glad you took the responsibility of naming the names, because I didn't want to take that responsibility. I would have left somebody out. So if they left you out, talk to Justin, man. It's been an incredible opportunity to serve and to call this game with such an incredible crew.
Special thanks to Gearhouse as well. 64%. Sully's still in the lead. 10 seconds to go. The pass is complete to Daniel Williams, and Williams going to be out of bounds with 5 seconds left. And this allows for another play. That one goes for 10. The rain is coming down, and what I want to see at this point is the leaderboard. Is Sully looking like a lock?
Sully's holding on for a bit, for dear life. KMBO.
But here's the thing. 35-yard touchdown. That could change things.
That switches everything. And over the last 2 games, we've seen the leaderboard change on the last play. 7 points.
Even under 7 points between Sully and KMBO3. So you know those players at home, their hearts are beating fast.
do not talk to Sully right now if you're in his house.
Katie Humphreys. Humphreys able to avoid the pressure, throw it to the end zone, jump ball, batted, and this will be incomplete.
Let's see the leaderboard.
We'll have to wait for the unofficial leaderboard to come in to see if Sully, in fact, did complete and get the $6,000. And Sully unofficially has won this game. So he won the first half for $1,000. He wins the second half, wins the overall game for $5,000. A $6,000 night for Sully playing at home. That's awesome. Team Power, they get the sweep, winning this one 15-6. So we'll also let you know who was the series champion, and that payout is $10,000, $5,000, and $2,500. So a lot of money at stake here tonight. Don't forget about the coins. $500 payout down to $100 payout. And let's go down to Jen Hale, who's standing by with the winning coach in his suit.
Indeed, Justin. I think this coaching thing is working out okay for Merrill Hodge. Congratulations, a sweep of the entire season. How many teams can say that? Pro level, college level, or your call football level?
Well, that's exactly what I told the players, and this is what I believe about being a head coach. You're going to be as good as your staff and your players. And so it's a credit to the staff and the players, quite honestly. Listen, going undefeated is difficult because I'm going to tell you this, the grit gave us everything they had tonight. And for our guys to really respond like they did, proud of them, happy for them, happy for everybody. But the guys on the Power side, you go undefeated is a credit to them.
What do you see in the futures of, let's say, Brian Bennett and Willie Mays, two of the stars that really sparkled for your team?
Well, I think, you know, teams go back and look at the talent, what they bring to a team, especially Brian Bennett, his versatility. You know, Mays, his ability to put pressure on the quarterback. I mean, those kind of things matter in the National Football League. So teams will look at him. Hopefully they'll get a shot and stick with the team.
All right, your overall evaluation now. This is a new concept, allowing fans to call the plays. Takes a lot of the decision-making, the control out of the coach's hands. What is your overall thought on how well this process works?
Well, I think it really evolved beautifully. I thought that, you know, we did a better job with bundling. Fans really did a good job with play calling, and that will continue to evolve and actually get better. And so we'll get more points. But football's a tough game too. It isn't like it's going to be. It's not a true video game. You got real brains, eyes, instincts, humans playing this thing. So mistakes can happen, and then instincts are part of the game. But I've loved it. I thought it's evolved beautifully, and the fans, I'm hoping, felt that same way and enjoyed it.
Overall, how do you think they did in their playmaking decisions?
Well, listen, I thought they were outstanding for us today because the plays that we needed, whether it's a pass or a run, I thought they were dialed in with the whole thing.
Well, enjoy this. Congratulations. We'll let you go celebrate with your team.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Jen. Thank you, guys.
Justin.
All right, thank you very much, Jen. Justin Kutcher, Jabari Greer back up here in the booth. And this first series of Your Call Football is now complete, a sweep for Team Power. But I want to get your thoughts on what you thought about this entire process.
I thought it was amazing. Revolutionized the way that football's played. You know, being a former professional football player, I didn't know exactly what to expect, but the fan engagement, having fun up here in the broadcasting booth, and seeing how the fans actually impacted the game has changed the way that I see football now. I think that this will be an asset to the game of football.
Well, you mentioned impacts. How about our Adidas Impact Player of the Game? We called his name a ton on the defensive line, Willie Mays.
Willie Mays III. Like I said before, man, he was in the broadcast so much that he's going to have a job here in a booth next year. He was getting up and under the tackle. One guy couldn't block him. Two guys couldn't block him. Three guys couldn't block him. Willie Mays has been consistent from the scrimmage to game 3. He is a guy that I will be surprised if we don't see him wearing a professional jersey this time next year.
Well, let's hear from Willie Mays, who's down on the field with Jen.
Indeed, Justin. Here is the man of the hour right now. Willie, congratulations not only on your team sweeping, but a fantastic individual performance by you. First of all, what do you attribute the sweep to for this team?
The 2 days, all the hard work we put in. We've been here 6 weeks grinding every single day. Everybody working to get the same dream and making it to the next level.
For you, you were just living in Grit's backfield. You got after their quarterbacks relentlessly. How would you describe your game and what you were able to do here at Your Call Football?
Well, a lot of it was because of DBs. We have phenomenal DBs, so I know no matter how long it takes me to get there, I'm still be able to get there because the DBs are going to have them locked. And I know that my brother D-Line, they're going to flush them to me. We're all going to get it done together as a family.
So obviously you enjoyed this if you're calling them family.
I loved every second of it. I'm going to miss them all. I'm going to keep in touch with all of them. We follow each other on IG, Snapchat, group chat. We're all going to keep in touch.
It's an interesting concept to have the fans call the plays. We're just talking about Merrill with how it takes a little bit of the decision-making and control out of the team's hands. What did you think about the process? Did you enjoy this overall?
Yeah, it was fun. It was different. Like, normally you don't get this break that you do, but still it's a high-tempo game. Like, even with the amount of plays we run, we're all exhausted. The fans calling it makes it interesting because you never know what they're going to call. Playing against normal teams, you can get visual keys and guess about what they're doing down and distance, but not here. It's all random.
Makes it fun to watch, too. Willie, thanks so much for your time, and we can't just see what's next for you on the horizon. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Justin, Jabari.
All right, thank you. As we see Merrill Hodge addressing both teams, Mike Sherman there as well. I'm sure thanking them for their hard work throughout this process. The leaderboard for this game, Game 3, Sully does in fact get $6,000. He won the first half and won the overall game with 248 points. KMB 03 gets $2,500, and M1 Alphin will take home $1,000 from this game. Now, how about the series leaderboard? Of course, this is pending verification as well. B. Tomps 41 wins $10,000, again pending verification, by less than a point over Bob Iva. Wow. And Tot Grillmaster will take home $2,500 from the series. That is incredible. That is awesome. 3 games, and it came down to less than 1 point. Well, this has been a great, unique experience for all of us here, including us in the broadcast booth and Jen down on the field. We saw great football. We were able to usher in a new concept in fan engagement. Expect to hear more in the very near future on what's next for Your Call Football. And to keep updated, follow on all of the Your Call Football social media channels. Give us your feedback. We want to hear from you on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and use hashtag YCF Postgame to ask us anything that's on your mind. For Jabari Greer, Jen Hale, and our entire crew here in Vero Beach, Florida, Justin Kutcher saying so long. Thanks for playing along.